Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I'm Zach. I'm a 5th generation clairvoyant psychic, and in today's reading I have 2 oracles for you. Pile 1, Group 1, Collective 1, you guys are the evergreen, and then Pile 2, Group 2, Collective 2, you are, I think it's called like a snowdrop bush. If it's not, bear with me. I've also included a tiny message for each pile, and that came out in your reading, and I am recording this intro post. So if you feel drawn to the words more than perhaps the plant life, that's totally okay. Before you choose a pile, make sure you do make an effort to ground your energy. That way, you and I stand the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can bring through the most accurate and useful information for you. Once your energy is grounded, choose between the piles intuitively, and I will meet you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. So let's see what this is going to be about. Welcome to Tarot for the Spiritual Adept. Okay, so that's what I feel like my channel is, you guys. Anyways, if you're not super spiritual, you're still welcome here. You're going to be very spiritual by the time you leave this reading, or, if you stick around for a while. So again, I have no clue what's coming through today, but there are angels present here, okay? There's an angelic presence here, and there's an angelic presence around you. I think the most important thing that we want to talk about is kind of like letting bygones be bygones and letting any negative energy of the past, any stale energy of the past, like I'm seeing an exoskeleton of a cicada, and it's like you don't have to carry that around anymore, especially since you've already come past it. Spirit shows me that you've already emerged from the chrysalis, your wings have dried, you've taken flight, but sometimes you still come back to like that chrysalis because it's a place of comfort. And of course, this is steeped deeply in metaphor. So that's going to mean something different to each of you. That's how a general reading works. I kind of want to take a look at like the most significant planet right now. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more here. The sun, so the self. Okay, you guys, this has everything to do with you and your consciousness, okay? We'll get a little bit more as this goes, but this is already rather significant energy. Let's go ahead and take on a slightly different lens before we open up any more tarot. I'm just gonna set that deck off to the side there. Let's just get something over here because that's exactly where I was pulled to. All right, so just, briefly again, something about a major chapter of your life coming to a close, and I'm hearing that it's already come to a close. We're looking at a very interesting aspect of this card. We're looking at the fact that this is already past, which is interesting. So you've already, again, emerged from the cave, got the insight you need. It's time to spread the wings, okay, that you grew, that you took time to develop. I think that moving forward, you're entering a period of self-awareness, and things are being revealed to you that took some time in the past or were blocked. Okay? So let's see what this is all about. Generations. Ooh. Okay, so the snake there, and there's so many hands going on. I'm seeing these hands rising up to meet you, just like all the hands are rising up to meet the angel up there. So what I'm getting from this, you guys, is that you have, snake, transmuted something from the past. Something negative. You incarnated specifically to do this healing for your family line. And now with the sun there, it's time for you to put yourself on center stage. I think for whatever you've been doing until now in this life, I think that you have been focusing on helping others or putting your attention towards your family karma. I have an inkling that, especially with this generations card right there, this has everything to do with the family, okay? So perhaps you guys have been developing self-confidence with the sun there as well. I think that you guys have been developing self-confidence, and then I think that Spirit is showing me a different interpretation of self-confidence, which has nothing to do with ego or self-motivation, but a realization that your soul is going to move on after this incarnation. Okay, self-confidence meaning confidence in the self, confidence in the soul, which is not attached to the human vessel. So after this incarnation, after you die, you know that's what's going on here in the judgment card, you're going to move forward into whether a different realm. I hope that there's a lot of choice wherever we go after this. I'm not positive, where that is, but I know, and it's probably because I'm a wanderer. There better be lots of choice, and it better come down to me. Okay, so yeah, these are all interesting things. And this card over here, oh, look how perfect is that, you guys. Oh, and the sun, what? Folding down the cloud bank right here. Cloud, the past, okay? You can even see the stream of sunlight coming down here, and there's streams of sound coming from there. So I think that you are in really strong communication with your angelic team or your higher self. It all comes down to the self as evidenced by the sun there. With the lotus flower right there, we also have the water coming on right here. And I remember I was talking about all the hands rising up. I'm getting that concept illustrated by the petals. And light pink is the color of spirituality. So I feel like you've been going through a little bit the muck, mire, perhaps a phase of confusion evidenced by all the gray going on here and this huge cloud bank that is only just finally being let down. I think that somehow you're able to rise above whatever you're going through in your life right now. You're taking back control, again evidenced by the sun. I feel like you're entering a period of your life where you're going to know things, and I think that that knowingness is something you've been longing for some time. I also think that this knowingness is leading you towards something that you were meant to do in this incarnation. At least it's leading you towards purpose, or I think the right fuel you need in order to go wherever you want. Again, I have to pull through this message about your spirit guides thanking you. I think it's your ancestors thanking you for doing some serious work as far as your life until this point, as far as healing something in the family. Okay, if I had to put this lens on myself, it would be healing overbearing maternal figures, okay? And being able to separate and compartmentalize family and their issues, and then needing, that to be very different than me over here, okay? Because if you try to put those together, it can be overbearing. It can really dull your shine. Okay? These are very, very good messages right off the bat from your spirit guides. I'm also getting this concept that there could be an inherited gift that you're going to be able to use now as a result. Maybe you've been using this all along. Okay, something to do with this lotus flower, though, is very important. Unfoldment. Okay, so again, things are coming to light. Knowledge, wisdom is greeting you, is what I'm hearing. So you're learning things, or there are answers that you have been looking for. I'm getting an unfoldment of your soul as well, which is coming through as a deep breath. So I feel like you guys are going to breathe easier in this next chapter of your life. Again, general reading, it's kind of impossible to see where that's going. All right, so these felt like really strong confirmations about what you've been going through and what's ahead for you guys. I'm going to take a look at perhaps what house we want to look at next, or we're just going to get something here. Second house of assets, okay, and property and finances. So these are things that are increasing, okay? I think that for a while, your karma in this life has been about healing an ancestral line, right? I get that infinitely strong with both of these here. I feel like I'm speaking to a starseed, and that makes sense because this channel only attracts spiritual adepts, right? Really advanced spiritual people. I used to be someone who's like, and still am, anyone can come to this channel, but I recognize that my readings are very different. If you guys are longtime listeners, you'll hear that I kept getting this message about being, a college graduate in a kindergarten class. And I think that I was trying to give college level information and messages from spirit through a kindergarten lens, right? Or, you like flip over tarot cards and you find out who your ex is and crush like that. And I love to do that. I still love to do that. But that's a perspective that is helping me become more authentic on this channel. That example, especially about the perspective that is freeing me, is what is for you. That message is for you as well, pile one. There's something to do with the sun, which is illumination and self-awareness that was hidden by confusion and clouds. It's coming out for you guys. And that is going to look so different to each of you. We are in the month of spring if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. But even if you don't live in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the concept of the sun coming out for you that I really want you guys to hold on to. I think that you're going to have an increase in your assets, okay? I just heard that could be a spiritual asset. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, okay? But there's going to be sort of like, I'm hearing like a letting go of stale or stuck energy, clunky energy, confusion, all of those energies. Try to find yours in there. That like roadblock, it's been dissolved, it's been overcome. And I really think that you are kind of more advanced, again, because that's the nature of this YouTube channel, but also based on what I can see on the table right here, okay? If you have the judgment card with this is a celebration, right? This is you walking through that arch, walking through that new beginning of yours, okay? This isn't like the dawn is coming, the dawn is here. Again, I'm seeing the concept of the butterfly has emerged, the wings have dried, you've even taken flight. Now, where do you want to go? Wherever you're going next, it's going to be like, it's going to be what you want. And I know that sounds so trite or just, flip, but nope, that's the energy. And sometimes I'm not just going to spell everything out using every single letter of the alphabet. Okay, you guys? Okay, so what's to look forward to? Money, finances, or, this other asset of yours, you guys. I like to see this. Okay, let's go in a different direction. I want to know what the animal spirit guides have for you. And then I want to kind of like do some book divination. Never done that before. Okay, are these upright? Cool. Love to see the dragonfly on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so spirit, this is for pile one. Is there perhaps an animal spirit guide that has a message for pile one at this space and time? The lizard. Oh my god, I love it. And it's a 9. 3, 6, and 9. Okay. The lizard talks about your dreams, okay? I'm getting your dreams for the future, okay? I think with the sun, okay, what I just heard from spirit is that you can have whatever you want. Don't lose sight of that. And that, again, almost sounds cliche. Pull it to a deeper level if you can, okay, pile one? You can have whatever you want. What does that look like? I get the sense that you guys are goal-oriented. You work best when you know where the destination is. You need to dream it into being first, okay? So whatever you need to do, whether that's, get with a bunch of people and figure out through popcorning ideas what you want to come next, or what if, dreaming your future into being looks like the hermit mode. This could be a 9, right? The hermit. So pulling away from the world, getting very quiet in order to illustrate what you want to experience next. Okay, get this concept of have the self-confidence, from the perspective of your soul having a human experience, have the self-confidence to dream what you want to experience next. If that is an increase in finances and, discovering an asset, a hidden asset for some of you, that came out in the last reading. That could be for you. Just figure out what works best for you as far as dreaming this new world into being. Some of you might like doing scribing or scripting. Some of you might like to really delve into your dreams and record them and see what comes up. And some of you might even like to create vision boards, okay? I'm seeing some of you create vision boards because there's something to do with you, pile one, and touching the physical thing that gives you like a really strong connection to the earth. I'm getting a concept that comes through of someone is more spiritually advanced, okay? So just be aware of what your strengths and weaknesses are on the spiritual plane, and make sure that you have a foothold in the spiritual realm, but also on earth. This is very much spiritual, okay? Not really, besides the second house here, this is very much an intangible energy, right? So I think a message that's coming through is to be very grounded at this time and make sure that your consciousness is in the present moment, unless you are consciously dreaming a new world into being. That is the message that's coming through from the lizard. Okay, so I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to reach into this bag, okay? I want to know, I'm going to ask about perhaps some of these assets, the second house, and I want it to be something that comes from in here. If I can just reach into the depths. There we go, got some. Okay. You see what just popped, you guys? A life like no other, okay? And I think that this is coming through again, this message of try to let go of this energy you hold within you, pile one. I can feel it, about feeling like you have to be like the shining star. And this could be in family, or it could be on earth. I think you take your role as a starseed or a light worker, any of those concepts, anything in between, just a spiritual being, just a good person, right? I think you take that concept a little bit too seriously at times. And I don't want you to forget that you, okay, the sun here, you get to do what you want in this incarnation. That's so important. So whatever it is, you do that, okay? Again, I hope I don't sound flip. I hope I don't sound trite. That's not supposed to sound small, and I hope it doesn't come across as a cliche. Sit with it until it's not. You can do whatever you want in this incarnation. What is that going to be? Because you're not someone who needs to worry about the spiritual things. You're not someone who needs to worry about always being in a perfect vibration. I think your energy alone is what is infectious and necessary on this planet. I just got a ding. Relief. Yeah, I think I'm getting some like financial relief coming through, some relief from something to do with finances. He was asking like, what's next? What's our big increase? If it's assets, I feel like maybe we haven't had a lot of that. So I think that we're getting more of that. And remember how I said that I feel like you guys, this energy is like a breath, a deep breath, a relief. There's upgrade. Ooh, okay. We have upgrade, you guys, and I was getting a very spiritual inclination here, as well as the second house. I got an asset, okay, but I'm getting like an upgrade in your lifestyle, and for many of you, it is an upgrade, all of you actually, it's an upgrade in your consciousness and your self-awareness, okay? But again, I think that some of you are getting upgrades to spiritual gifts. It could be a new gift, okay? There's also this newness, this new energy, evidenced by the lotus flower with unfoldment, okay? Shaking off the dead skin, the gray skin, right? Spirit is showing me a snake removing its skin, okay? And you're going to emerge and are at this time in your life, this next period of your life, okay? So just make sure that while you have this fresh skin, I think that you're perhaps a little bit permeable, okay, so easily manipulated. Don't take that too seriously. That's just a word. It's the energy of it. So by manipulation, I think that you can be impressed by other people. And by impressed, I don't mean like, oh, so cool, but like their vision could be impressed upon you. And I want to make sure you develop a little bit of a hardness to your skin right now, not to be a hard and blocked off person, but to develop your new sense of self. I want you to hold yourself there for a while. Okay, does this make sense? I hope it does. Let's get these last ones. A helping hand. Yeah, there's some sort of like helping hand or something. Hand, you guys, all the concepts of the hands. Your ancestors as well are helping you remove karmic blockages and helping you heal in your dreams. While you're dreaming, your spirit guides and angels are around you. They're protecting you at this time because I think that you're at this critical point in your life where things are going to be revealed to you unlike they ever have before. Okay, that's why you're so protected at this time. I want you guys to feel divinely protected at this time, okay? going to share something with you. I always wear my black tourmaline there. Today I said I'm going to be my own individual. I don't need to rely on a necklace to feel protected in this space and time. That is a message for people in this reading as well. You are divinely protected. You need to put that protection and knowingness and hold that to a different level. Hold yourself to that level. Okay? Where you don't need to rely on other things outside you. That's what's coming with the lotus flower and unfoldment. You are the most important individual in your consciousness. You are responsible for getting hurt. You are responsible for being aware of your attitude, negative energies, and changing that to a positive outlook. Not because we should live in perpetual, bliss and, all happiness and toxic positivity. No, because it's literally just more useful to you to be in a happier state, a more optimistic state, at least neutrally buoyant, and that's coming through evidenced by the water here. Okay, you want to be a little bit more buoyant, at least sit on the surface towards just a slight inclination towards optimism or positivity. What's this one here? Secret. Yep, something under the surface, you guys. Okay, I'm getting this concept, new secret upgrade, a life like no other, big things, okay? Big things, big shifts. This is all of this is coming for you, pile one, but to each of you at different stages, different degrees, and different intervals of time as well. Okay, cool. Loved your reading, you guys. I hope you did too. If you've made it this far into the video, please give me a big thumbs. Please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. Of course, I always take new clients. If you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can find my email below if you have questions or a link to book directly. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I'm going to open up this book, and I think that there's something in here for you. And then we'll do some other things. My hands were steady. My hands were steady. They moved easily now. Interesting. Flame answered, caught easily at the branches around. I drew as close as I might to its warmth. A fire, okay? I think that there is a fire burning within you, and I think that your flame is lit, okay? I also just heard moth to the flame, okay? So this flame, it might have something to do with someone that you're interested in, okay? If that's you, just give me 1 second. Okay, that person could be a Taurus. That was just for someone in here. Now, for others of you, I feel like this flame, it's knowledge. Spirit just showed me Prometheus, okay, who gave fire to humans, okay, but then, was tortured by the other gods for that. Okay, so there's something coming through about like a wealth of knowledge, and Spirit just showed me this concept of like vastness. Okay, vastness. Okay, I think sometimes you guys get overwhelmed. I think sometimes you get overwhelmed by how many options there are in the world, except I almost feel like you don't look at it like that. I feel like you might think that the world is a little bit boring, or that there's too many steps to take to get what you want. Concepts like this are coming through. Now, if that feels like you, I'm getting this message from Spirit about like a passion being lit, okay? Because fire and flame has to do with passion. It's making me think of one of these cards here. Let me just show you real quick. And then I'm actually going to use that book as well. See? Fire, passion. Now, for some of you, this fire and passion, it might literally be like an individual. We'll go down that road for that person who it was a Taurus, if I can remember that. For others of you, I'm feeling like it's like knowledge that you gain. So this could be a book, okay? This could be a street sign. This could be something you overhear in a conversation someone else is having. I'm getting this concept of like a tidbit of knowledge coming to you guys, and I think it's going to help relight your passion. Maybe for some of you this has already happened. Spirit is showing me that there's a message in this little book. So let's see. Passion, fire. Passion, fire, where is that? 62. Okay. Let's just read this, catching fire. That's very synchronistic too. Okay. Fire can inspire other passions as well. That's what I was getting, like, Prometheus teaching man fire and flame, but that, that concept, it means wisdom, right? If humankind has the ability and the know-how to make fire, they can cook meat, they can stay warm in places they may not go to. I'm getting that you guys are getting this sort of fuel that you've been looking for, okay? We speak of being on fire or catching fire, phrases signifying that we possess an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. No wonder that passion has come to be associated with fire. Your passion is being relit. Okay, that's a message that came through from the very beginning. So let me just read this little page for you guys, and then we'll move into the tarot. Oops. Okay, so what are your passions? What turns you on? What ignites that inner flame, that creative spark? When you feel devoid of passion, consider what is missing in your life. That was that message. Now, about overwhelm. If you're the kind of people who think there's so many options in the world, be aware of that overwhelm. Pick one, go towards it, whichever one burns brightest. If you're part of the collective in here who thinks the world is boring, I think that is actually overwhelm in another lens too. Be aware of that. If you're the people in here who think that the world is very boring, like myself, it is most likely due to overwhelm of stimuli. Okay? Moving forward. It is most likely an absence of fire in your belly, something that makes your heart beat faster and quickens your breathing. Passion is not something that comes from outside of you, although some events and circumstances can trigger it. That's what's coming. That's the predictive aspect of this reading. It's an intensity of feeling, whether quietly experienced or enthusiastically expressed. Passion can simply be a strong feeling, or the sensation itself can be so powerful that it motivates you to act. This too is often associated exclusively with sexuality, which is certainly one way of experiencing it. Yet it limits its meaning and demand and demeans the broader possibilities. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it, okay? A means to express it. That's what's coming through for you guys. That fuel, that means. Now we can go into the tarot. Okay, love to see this for you guys. It feels very positive. Yep, that new tidbit of knowledge evidenced by the Page of Pentacles, okay? I think that some of you have a passion project or a hobby that you could stand to do a little bit more of. Compartmentalize this, though, is what Spirit just told me. Don't try to make this your breadwinner. Try to let this have its own time, okay? Carve out time for this, like this pentacle that was carved into what I'm going to view as a gold coin, okay? And the field was carved, right? As it was uprooted and plowed, okay? So carve out time to read new books, to gain new information. It's going to fuel you, okay? Passion, fire, wood, okay? It's the fuel, okay? And, the product of fire is warmth, right? So you get to live, maybe even thrive. Another product of fire is inspiration. You can gaze into a fire and see all sorts of different shapes or visions if you're spiritually adept. So what I'm getting, you guys, is to find and be on the lookout, right? It's a small sign, page. It's a small sign. It's in a book. It's a message that you overhear from two people at the coffee shop next to you. There's some little tidbit coming to light that is going to act like a spark, because Spirit shows me that your fire is already built. You just need that spark, okay? And it's going to help you in so many different ways. I can't be any more specific because it's a general reading. But this is very synchronistic so far, you guys. Here's our Empress. I knew it. Okay. So cool, you guys. Now, I just saw that spark being caught on the breeze and landing into this field of wheat, right? Which would blow up in flames. Not in a negative sense. This is what I was being shown. There's like tinder at your feet. Tinder. Some of you might even try to go on some dating apps. Okay, because this reading is being split between, I feel like, two collectives. One of them, it's a passionate romance, okay? Taurus came out, Venus, Taurus, that works well, especially with the Empress card here. Luxury and beauty and fine things. Adorn yourself right now, you guys. I feel like you guys could stand to treat yourself. Now, with this Major Arcana card, we're going to stop the tarot here because that's as far as we need to go. But it's a very good card. I feel like you are feeling passionate. Is this not the most passionate card to come out as far as Major Arcana go? The only more passionate would be if, the Emperor fell on top of this, right? So there's heightened passion in your life. I'm also seeing you, whether you're male or female or anything in between, as this Empress, right? You're kind of relaxed, really experienced, and I feel like you're going to feel this vibration of just sumptuousness, and it's going to fuel you somehow. I think that you guys could also draw upon a wealth of beauty and finery around you. And Spirit shows me that one good way for you guys to help feel this passion, you got to heed these messages. This is a very important one, especially because I got it psychically before it was confirmed with the tarot. Everything we already talked about here. But another very good one, you guys, is to adorn the physical body with things that make you feel beautiful. Okay, and find passion in the little moments. That is like literally the secret to happiness, is what this Empress keeps whispering to me. So little things that light you up, placing a garnet in your flower pot, painting your flower pots, decorating your room with crystals, buying yourself that necklace, treating yourself to that hairstyle, buying that dress. I want you to walk in this next cycle of your life. I don't know how long it's going to be for each of you. And the degree of this reading is going to differ for each of you as well because it's general. But this next cycle of your life, whether this is 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, I want you guys to be in this energy of the Empress where you feel beautiful wherever you are. You let yourself walk through life a little bit slower. Pentacles, also the Empress is in no hurry here. Walk through life a little bit slower. Appreciate the finer details, okay? As you do this, I'm hearing that your fire is not going to run out. Sometimes I think you guys burn through it too quickly, right? Burning through, moving quickly. What's that? Air. Too much oxygen on a fire is going to smother it. Okay, cool. So let's keep going. I kind of want to talk a little bit about this glow up, and then we might take a look at relationships. So let me pull these cards out before I forget. I want to look, though, at a few things that you can expect as far as something to do with like your appearance, okay? These could be confirmations for you as well. Now, not all of them are going to be predictive, but again, they could just confirm some things you've been feeling, and I'm going to use these little tiny messages. And if that doesn't make sense, it's okay. It makes sense in my head. I'll get the message out still. Okay. Rainbow. Oh my goodness. I love to see this. Color is important, but rainbow is what? It's a blessing, you guys. I think that this rekindling of passion, again, it's romance for some of you. For others of you, it's through this tidbit of knowledge that comes through, this insight, this book you read, the new TV show that you let yourself watch, even if it's not all of the way through. Focus a lot of the energy, in the beginning of the reading, maybe even just rewind here. Spirit shows me that this is very important because this is the reality, but this is how it happens, okay? This is the reality. It's incredible. We're going to keep focusing on it, but this is the key. This is how it happens. Okay, so rainbow reminds me of the card in my deck here, Jupiter, blessings, expansion. Let's just reach for this card. I think it's beautiful. Jupiter. Okay, expansion. Let me read some of these words for you guys. Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign culture, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. I think that regardless of Venus, our discussion there, I think that this rainbow with blessing is very important too. I'm actually going to pull this off the table. It's pulling me in a different direction. I like where we're going. Okay, so without a map. I like where we're going without a map. Yep, that's the energy of not hurrying coming through again, you guys. Being in the present moment so that you can appreciate the finer details. That's another lens of the message that I'm receiving psychically. Appreciate the fine details. If you're living in the past, nope, that's going to create depression for yourself. If you're living in the future, nope, anxiety. You have to be in the present moment because that's the only way, present, I'm not even going to open that can of worms. It's just where you have to be, okay? But, in the present moment, it's where you can appreciate a sunset for what it is, instead of focusing as you're staring blankly at the sunset about what's going to happen tomorrow at work or what you're going to do. You got to be in the present moment. That reveals so many truths and nuggets, okay? This message is coming through again. Be mindful of the book covers that you pass. Be mindful of the shirt that you're attracted to at the department store. Be mindful of the necklace that you keep preventing yourself from purchasing. Make the purchase. Curative waters. Yeah, Empress right here with a waterfall here. Curative waters. This passion is like curative water for you. What is curative water, Zach? Okay, so think of a spa day. Think of a hot spring. Think of charging water with a vibration of love or any desire that you wish to manifest. I'm hearing you guys. You should charge water with the vibration of beauty and love. Okay, Venus, love, beauty, the Empress. Okay, prosperity as well. If you're very curious about procuring these things for yourself, use the vibration of love or whatever your desire is to manifest that. Okay. At the same time as you select your bottle of water, probably glass is best. That just reminds me, I need to stop using my plastic Nalgene for this. Plastic, no good, you guys. It's porous, it's bad, right? Even if it's BPA free. Glass works best with magic. Anyways, so make sure you're adorning the body, spending the time on the hair, spending the time on the small details, being in the present moment, be in that vibration before you imbue the water, and it's going to be twice as potent is what I just heard. Mountain in the distance. Okay, mountains can speak about peak experiences, but also peak sexual experiences. Mountains, though, are traversed one step at a time, okay? One thing at a time, pile 2. One thing at a time. You are not going to be suffering from this lack of motivation anymore. You're not going to be suffering anymore from setbacks. You've been released from that. I think you've been doing work. Regardless, this is the energy that you're attracting right now, but one step at a time. Again, this is the message coming through about sometimes you guys are overwhelmed about the distance, okay? About that trip to the top of the mountain. It's only accomplished one step at a time. Don't do yourself a disservice by trying to do too many things at once. I think you could burn yourself out, okay? Infinity, shut up. Oh my God, you guys. You got the double rainbow. Wow. Wow. Okay. There is a major blessing and expansion coming through for you, pile 2. You guys have a double rainbow in your reading. This is the only card as well that has both text and picture on it. The other ones is just like a little icon or like here words, right? But this infinity word, I pasted it on top of this, which gives me 2, gives me double, and it gives me a double rainbow. Infinity as well, overwhelm, right? Infinite possibilities, okay? Jupiter talks a lot about that as well. So be very grounded right now. Very grounded right now. Spirit just showed me you can't light a fire in midair. That would be a firework, which lasts for a second, right? You want this kind of fuel. You want it to go for a long time, okay? So be very grounded. Take things one day at a time. Live in the present moment right now. All of these messages are super nurturing to you. One thing at a time. I think focusing right now, again, on beauty, Taurus, the material world. Okay, being very perceptive about the things and signs and symbols and synchronicities. Okay, there's lots of synchronicities in this reading. Your spirit guides want to emphasize that. Okay, they want you to be aware of the messages that you're asking for and how they come in, because they might be slant. They might be a little bit different than you expected. Okay, you might be expecting to see that purple seagull on a billboard, but what if that purple seagull is on someone's t-shirt or a tattoo? Okay, be careful of the signs and synchronicities. They might look a little bit differently. I'm hearing that your team has actually been trying to communicate something to you, give you a green light about something. This is giving me a green light right there with the Venus. They're trying to give you a green light about something, but you're not quite sensing it. What's this last one? B. I don't know. Just B. It's just a B. Oh my God, I love that. Okay. Just, Justbe. Just be. Okay? That's the present moment. The only thing we need to do in this world is just be. Be yourself. Be what you wish to experience. Identify what that is. There's infinite possibilities, infinite potential. Okay, this message again with the Page of Pentacles is the most significant. This Empress is what you can expect as a result. Now let's just see if there's something in love for you guys. Spirit, I'm getting love for many people here. I know that this is general. Can we have perhaps past life relationship? You have known each other before. Okay, this is not a bad thing. Okay, we incarnate oftentimes with the same people. This person, you sense them right off the bat. There is instant chemistry. It might not be overwhelming, but I get that it might be. You could be a gay person as well. Not to like that always sounds so brash when I say that. You might find yourself on the LGBTQI plus spectrum, and that is just a confirmation that you chose this pile intuitively, so good job. But what I'm getting, though, from this person is you sense the chemistry, okay? She's covered in green dress. That's, okay, this individual has the green garment too. Green is the heart chakra, an expansion of compassion. That's what the heart chakra is about, you guys. Also another green light. This person could wear green when you see them for the first time. This person might actually hold the key, right? The conversation with this person, the thing that you do with this person, or maybe it's on TV, maybe it's in the book you read and you identify with that individual. There's something about that's the hint, right? The clue, right? The Page of Pentacles is giving me the clue that you guys have been looking for to unlocking passion in your life. Okay, and I think that for some of you who this person is a relationship, or this energy rather is a relationship that's coming through to ignite the passion, you've known them before, it's going to feel like there's an instant connection. You're not going to have to try so hard. You almost sense, even though you could use few words when you first contact each other. Again, Tinder came through, so that's a dating app, right? It's like that first interaction, you could be using few words, but you feel like each word matters. Even if they sent just a smiley face that might be annoying to you usually, but you know exactly what they meant with it. Okay, there's an instant connection, and it's because you guys have past life relationships together. So when we incarnate, we go through the veil of forgetting. That's totally normal, but you cannot make the soul, which resides in the human vessel, in the human body, you cannot completely remove it from its past experiences. That's why the soul goes on after the body dies, okay? So that's why you guys can feel things with this person. I think it's a lusty interaction with the Empress and passion coming out for you guys. It's a lusty interaction. There's a lot of seduction at play. Very cool. We're going to wrap up your reading with just a few little more of these messages. Let's get some more synchronicities or confirmation. This is for pile 2. Wow, you guys, I love this energy. It's just as bright as pile 1, but the message is in a totally different arena. Okay, maybe some things about this person. Just dimples. This person has the cutest dimples, or there's some sort of like face that they make, okay, or they could raise their eyebrows quizzically, okay? Something about this person's face, though, you just absolutely love. I'm hearing dimples for many of you, okay, but it's like the way that they smile just gets you on a different level. This is a really, really passionate connection. Can I have something more, please? Red light district is what I just heard. Red light district. We already got the green light. Red light district. Okay, so again, that gives me... not that this person's a prostitute, but I get that they're really good at it. Okay? The passion in the bedroom. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Let's see. Without communication, there is no relationship. Your lips, my lips, apocalypse. Okay? So what I'm getting is that, sex, out of this world. Okay? Connection, passion, lit. Right? This is coming for you. This is in your energetic field for those of you who felt this was strongly relationship. For others of you, it is the other concept of passions that we've already discussed. Now with this, no communication, there's no relationship. I'm getting that this might not necessarily be long lasting. Okay? It might not last forever. I think that you meant to cross paths because I think that you guys are supposed to light each other up somehow. And I'm getting not strong, long lasting because it's the Page of Pentacles. And I knew that they have the key to relighting your passion. Page is the beginning. It's young. It's inexperienced. It's a nebulous relationship or a fling, right? If it was the Knight of Pentacles, we'd be having a different discussion, okay? But I think that this one is just supposed to light you up. And I want you to kick your heels up and to have fun, okay? I want you guys to feel this expansive energy. Let it envelop you. Right? Maybe listen to this reading over again. So many messages came out very quickly. We're going to end on this. Your lips, my lips, apocalypse. You guys might look up the song Apocalypse by Cigarettes After Sex. It is so moody. It is so dreamy. It is so seductive, you guys. It's such a good song. And if, this card is telling about what I'm sensing for you guys in this connection, again, peak sexual experience evidenced by the mountain. All right, you guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. It really does help my channel grow. Of course, I'm always taking new clients. If you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can find a link below, or you can find my email if you have any questions about that. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine.